Hey y'all, I'm so excited. This is my first video. It's your girl Demigod of Nails here. Thank you for visiting my channel today. If you like what you see, if I helped you at all, even if I just entertained you a little bit, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting below. All of that good stuff. Tell me all of the things, all of your thoughts, all of your needs. What can I show you to help you in your nail endeavors? So, my nail endeavor today, we're going to be taking this raggedy set off. As you can see, I'm getting my tools together and I'm about ready to take off. So what I'm doing right now is taking off my set. This set is an Apres set. Apres is this, really nice, very expensive set where essentially it's a gel tip that you apply to the nail that is adhered with more gel. So essentially it's a soft gel extension, which is very soft on the nails. As you see, I got to retain a lot of my growth, which I'm very excited about because that was my goal. And I cheated on this set a little bit. This is my New Year's set. And so since we're into the new year, it's now old, it's now raggedy. You need to get it off. It's outgrown. So what you see me doing here is basically just going around a cuticle, getting a feel for how much new growth there is versus gel polish versus actual extension. There's a difference between the three, and as I continue to do my thing, you'll see it all come off, it all shaved down. You'll see the difference between the extension, my nail, and the polish. So I'm going in, going around, making sure it's all carved out, all smoothed out, and the goal here really is to get all of that bulk off. If you can see my hand that's doing if you can see my right hand, you see that bulkiness, which is a combination of the soft gel extension and the polish. This was a pretty bulky set. I have a video on that coming soon. And the reason why, because it was like a classic marble, and I mixed it off nail. So that'll be exciting to show you guys. And still going down, trimming down nail, getting a feel for where my natural nail sort of is. Just, trimming it down, making sure I get it all smooth and down to a level where I'm comfortable soaking it after I etch it, which you guys will see next. So now I'm starting to get a feel for it. I understand the thickness. I understand the difference between where the backfill area, where the gel is, where the extension is, where my natural nail is. So I'm able to really go in and go faster. I slowed it down a little bit. One, because I'm very awkward. Filming is not my thing. I am new to all of this. My only reference is high school theater club. So I thought I had to put X's down. I was like, am I going to have to do blocking? I'm like, no, this is not a Hollywood movie, YouTube video. Let's get it. So I'm doing what I did on a pinky nail. As you see, as each finger progresses, it'll get faster and faster, just so you guys can sort of see the overall motif on how fast it goes. And yeah, in my experience in management and training, a lot of girls are afraid of the drill. If you're at home and you're doing this yourself, take your time, especially on a drill bit like this. The drill bit is what I add into the actual drill, which you'll see me swap them out in just a second when I'm gonna etch it down. And what that basically does is bring down the bulk of the nail, as I mentioned before, this particular bit, but it is very sharp. And they have different grits for it, small, medium, coarse, extra coarse, extra coarse. So depending on the thickness of the nail, depending on if you're working with what type of nail extension, whether it be acrylic, hard gel, soft gel, polygel, etc. There are different bits, different coarse value for every bit. So it's important to really read up on that. And I can do a video in depth more on that if y'all like. So as you see, get a feel for it. And now, don't be afraid, but respect the drill. I will say that. Because if you don't know your drill, like my old drill, I've had it for a long time. Sometimes I have to take it apart and put it back together like an old motorcycle. But I know how it works. It works for me. I'll get a new one soon. It's just this is my OG. We've been together for a while. So she has her moments, but she gets me through. And still filling it out, taking everything down. And if you're doing this at home, either along with me or on your own time, just make sure to take your time. Pause and take a break. Look at all the angles. You see how I'm twisting and turning my hand, really getting all of the angles down, making sure I'm looking at the nail. You have to look closely. Now we're getting to a part where it's clear. It's no longer polished and then a clear layer. You have to know how to distinguish your nail and the extension, because you're in for a world of hurt if you just decide to stall on one area. Stalling is essentially when you sit on top of the nail in one area and stay there. You want to avoid that at all costs. So take your time, take a deep breath, don't do your nails angry, and yeah, rest away. We're going to speed it up, and I'll see you when we start etching. Okay, so with the bulk down, polish gone, gel polish that is, I'm now going to go in and etch. So old school, I start with the hand file. I need to get a feel, and I can feel, it's really weird saying it out loud, I know, but when I'm hand filing, I can feel the difference between the extension, gel polish, natural nail. So I like to get a feel for it to see how much I want to go into with the drill, if I go in at all again. So with that, I also do like a rough shaping. Since I'm doing another extension set, I'm not going to do a perfect shape. Something pipe-like, I would say, because eventually I'd like my natural nail to be a long almond. And I'm just getting in there, etching away. And by etching, to clarify further, because I've said it quite a few times now, is I'm filing in one direction. Even when I'm filing fast, I'm filing in one direction to create etches into the surface, which allows the acetone that I'm going to eventually soak in to really get in there and break apart that bond and really dissolve that gel off of my fingers, so we can have the natural nail exposed. So it's going faster and faster. I got a feel for it. Now I know how rough I can be, how hard I can be, getting that shape out, filing. Oh, my table's a mess. I also need a fan. In the works, work in progress, as we all are. Okay, let's get these nails cleaned off. Yeah, looking good, looking good. See how much thinner they are. Taking a couple of looks. Again, all angles, it's important. So now I'm reversing my drill to spin in the other direction, so I'm working with my left hand. I felt it was important to show my left hand, which added to the length of this video, and show my techniques in which on how I was working with my left hand. So as you can see, I apply pressure with the drill, but not too much, not nearly as much as I was doing with the other hand since I am right-handed, and I'm pivoting with the hand I'm working on. So I'm working on my right hand, I'm pivoting on that hand. I do not move excessively with my left since I'm not left-handed. I can do nails with both, but for anyone who wants to become ambidextrous with nails like me, I would say take your time, use the hand you're working on to pivot and do most of the movement. So I'm getting in there, moving along, moving along. Okay, popping in to show you a close-up and a contrast of the nail I've been working on versus an unworked on nail to really see that difference in thickness and how far down to go. Okay, so let's switch out the drill bit and go in and etch. Okay, I swapped that out and putting in a sanding bit now. It's a medium grit. There are different grits. They have different grits for different reasons. And I like the medium just for the purpose of making those big lines in the nail so the acetone really soaks in, as I said before. And with these bits and all bits, you don't want to stay in the same area too long. You also want to reduce your speed and increase your speed, decrease your grit. So there are a lot of like physics behind this. So if you'd like me to deep dive into that subject, let me know below. So what I'm doing now is just showing you that it doesn't hurt. This is a bit where you can sort of let the drill jump a little bit, not be too afraid or flinch, because your skin won't be broken again if you don't stay in the same spot too long. And this is the quicker part of the process when using the drill, just going over, creating those etches, getting those lines in, getting that extra polish I couldn't get with the previous drill bit before. Evening out. Still coming around, getting all those corners, loose ends, lifting areas. And if I was being lazy, and you're not supposed to do this, nor I recommend it at home, I would just I would buff it and apply gel polish over that if I just needed a quick set for the weekend. More on that another time. So here I'm pouring in 100% acetone, and we are going to soak it down, and you'll see it lift and dilute and just dissolve off of the nail. I'm getting the tools. These are your two options for scraping it off the nail. It'll have a jelly-like consistency on the actual nail. I'm not sure if you guys can really see that. So now I'm just scraping it. This is my favorite tool to use. I feel like it's more effective. It doesn't get the actual nail bed. You can scrape off layers of the nail as well if you're not careful or too heavy-handed. So I'm just going through, and this is a little trick that I like to do. I like to keep my other fingers soaking while I'm taking off the polish, or not the polish, the extension, the remnants of the extension on each finger. So I'm going in, getting it done, and I will show you how both work. I don't like the other one, so I'll just show you a couple of times on that one. But I'm going to show you here on my stained old school gelish lamp, which I love to death. Fun fact, my best friend's mom, shout out to my best friend Javier and his mom Nancy, she gave this to me. It's an old faithful, another OG, has done me right for years. I can't imagine having another one. Sorry. I can have an additional one, but I can't have another lamp taking her place. So I'm continuing on, getting those corners, getting all of the remnants of the extension off. And look at my natural nail. I'm so hyped, and it's not sensitive. It's not breaking. It's not peeling. I'm just like, in love. Now, if I didn't have a design and video to do in mind, I would just leave it like this. I feel like a nice long natural nail just really radiates health on a woman. So that's just me. But of course, I like all the extra stuff, and I do specialize in nail care and nail art. Those have been some of my focuses since I started doing nails. And right now, I'm using the buffer block to file off any little excess, the edges around the nails, to smooth that out. Getting in there, look, I just keep looking all angles, make sure I get everything under the nail, over the nail, sides. Every corner of that nail needs to be smoothed out. And I'll repeat the process on the other hand after I polish. So I just like to polish, and this is my favorite, hands down, all time favorite nail strengthener. This gets the job done. Whenever I'm not wearing gel, I'm wearing this. It's really good. I recommend it. It's pricey, but it'll last you a long time, and you will see results. So I recommend it. OPI Nail Envy. You can get it on Amazon. I'll put the links down below. And it's good to have 2 coats. So I'm polishing up. And I just let this dry while I'm working on the other hand, while the other hand is soaking. And it has like a matte shine to it. Oh, I love this polish so much. Look at that nail. It's so healthy. I tell you, 6 weeks ago, I have nothing. So that's leftover acetone from the other hand. But it still works, you know. Look at that. Hey, girl, hey. Oh, she cute. She got nails? What? Nails without adding nails on? Okay. Whole different flex. So while I'm in the acetone, I'm working on it. This is my own terminology. So what I'm doing is moving my fingers around, which helps warm the acetone, which accelerates the process. And I'm getting little bits off while it's in there, so when I go in, it's not as much. Taking off, see, not as much to take off, because I worked it in the pot. Yeah, keep it going, keep it going. I also cheat a little bit. I push my cuticles down while I'm doing this. I didn't really go into depth with my cuticles this time because they were pretty good, and it's winter. I do not like touching my cuticles too hard when it's winter because they get all stiff and ugh, gross, and I don't like that feeling. And I typically do a Russian manicure on myself. That's my favorite manicure to do. So again, if you guys would like to see that, let me know down below. I'll do a full-on Russian manicure on myself. I love that process. It feels so good. The cuticles look so perfect. And it's just like nail coming out of finger. Boom. But this time around, I was okay. Last time I gave myself a Russian manicure, it was before Christmas. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. So it's still doing good. They're known to last like a month or more depending on your cuticle growth. And if done right. So more on that future video. Stay tuned. Still going in there. And I promise I wasn't flipping you guys off before. I just realized that. So sorry. Yeah, wasn't doing that. Thanks for watching. You know, nothing like a thank you after an FU. I feel like it's a balance. So almost done. I hate this process so much. Removing nails is like my least favorite part about nails. But we're getting to the good parts. So almost there. I put the nails back in because I felt like there was just a little bit more and I didn't want to risk scraping off my natural nail bed. I need leverage. I'm tired of giving, giving good angles rather than doing the job effectively. So I was like, hey, you guys saw it. Let me get in there how I know how to get in there. Yep. Almost there. And boom. Buffer block time. Scruffing, buffing. There we go. Get that bowl out of the way. 'Cause I am very clumsy. I have spilled it on myself so many times. I'm learning though, but I am a clumsy person. Which you would normally think wouldn't be a good combination, being accident prone and someone working with really sharp tools. But I make it work, you know? So I'm polishing here. I'm just about done. I love my nails. They're so long. They're so strong. This journey is just beginning though. I would like them to retain this length and continue growing on their own. So that's my goal. Hopefully by my birthday, I can just have natural almonds under, of course, my birthday set. But natural, fresh, healthy almonds. And this is the first coat. We're going in. Right, so we're going in, oiling it up, and we're just about done. Thank y'all for tuning in so much. I'm going to upload often. I do my nails so much that I have so much content, and I will have so much content, so stay tuned. Keep close, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.